Another good day. A lot of situational football, and guys were flying around pretty good. Looking forward to really wrapping things up next week with our last three practices. Want to also mention how excited we are with Dallas Cowboys and drafting Shawnee. And Sean was awesome for us. Time he's been here, and just couldn't be more ecstatic for him, and really so many involved family-wise with how hard he's worked, and he's earned that since the time he's been here. We appreciate everything he did for us, and really excited to watch him now live out his dream, playing in the National Football League, and also really proud of his academic progress. And he locks things down this term. He's going to be a college graduate as well of Oregon State. So couldn't be more proud of him and happy for him. With that, a couple questions.
Jonathan, did you have a sense that Nashawn was going to go this early in the draft? None of the projections didn't have him going anywhere near that high.
Yeah, you just never really know in this thing. Obviously we field a lot of calls from different teams in the league on really not just him, but all the guys we got going that are available for the draft. So you don't exactly know. I can remember Dan Quinn, defensive coordinator for the Cowboys, coming through here in Corvallis. He was at the pro day, and multiple people had conversations with him. I knew they were interested. But they play pretty close to the vest too. This NFL now, I mean, they keep their opinions and secrets to themselves, and they're not trying to pass out information to other teams. So you don't totally know. I do think he's deserving. I think he's got a huge upside in that league with his height, ball intelligence, and his instincts of playing the game. So I don't think it's a stretch or a reach in any way. But did I know for certain he was going in the third round?
No. Next week, any more work from Gums or Roberts, or maybe even, I don't know, Jebbia?
Not probably more than what they've been doing. They've been getting some work, especially Avery and Gums. They've been getting some work, but not full go with the live reps. And so probably not, since we're at this point, risk reward of throwing them out there for the last just couple practices, probably not worth it.
What have you given any more thought about what the spring game might look like? I don't know what you're looking at injury wise at certain positions, but
yeah, we got some things to think through. We'll organize that early this week. We're definitely going to want to play some and put the ball down, let these guys play, and try to keep some type of score. Whether we can split the team in half or not, I don't know. We figure it out, offense versus defense. We've done some cool competitions throughout spring ball and red zone scoring, and a 2-minute, 4-minute drill that competed. And so we'll create something that's fun for our guys to participate in, but also for people to watch, and excited about people sitting in the stands on Saturday.
Any stakes at all for the winner and loser?
We're going to talk to some of our leaders on the team, try to create something that's fun. And yeah, you always want to have a winner, loser, and the winners, we want to get rewarded around here. And so we'll figure something out.
Jonathan, what has pleased you most about spring, how just to this point?
I think the competition. I think every day guys have come out with a mindset that they're going to compete, whether that's amongst their position group or offense, defense. I think our drills have been highly competitive when we've played 11 on 11 during practice. I think it's been competitive, and that's only going to push guys to improve. So I've been really happy with that. I've seen some growth in a lot of different positions. Even some of the schematics we introduced, there's some detail out there, offensively in particular, that I thought was good to see. Versus the first time we ran some of these plays, they didn't look nearly as clean as they did today.
Hey, Jonathan, I know the injuries you guys have had at receiver this spring it's never a good thing, but how crucial do you think it's been for Bolden and Pope and Rayon, some of those guys who were kind of in the peripheral of that position last year, to get those reps?
Yeah, there is two sides of the coin. Obviously, we were going to try to keep guys healthy and so they can participate and go. But when that takes place, where you got a position group that's had more injuries than others, it does allow for the guys that are healthy to get more reps. And like you mentioned, I think Bolden has had a great camp. He's gotten a lot of turns. He made a couple of catches today. We threw him a little screen pass thing, and he took it for a ways. And so he's benefited from that. He's taken advantage of that. And so it is what it is in regards to the injury piece, but it allows for opportunity, and some guys take advantage of it, and Bolden's definitely one that has.
Was today a scrimmage, or did you just do some play and
No, we intermixed. We did some scrimmage situations. Like I said, we worked on the end of the game. So offense got the ball, they got the lead, but they need to work the clock out and put it live, put the ball down. Had a couple series of that. And one of them, how about this? Rajon Wright, after his brother gets drafted last night, he goes pick six, takes it back to the house. Awesome play. So we did some of that. We did some goal line situation scrimmage live, about 10 reps of that. Did some short yardage, so 3rd and 1 to 2s. Got about a dozen reps of that. And then we did some situation in the red zone where we let these guys. So we didn't just put the ball down and play all practice today. Those situations we scrimmaged.
one of the goals I know going into spring was to play faster on defense. How far do you feel like you've come along?
I think we've come. Yeah, we have. I think even from, I mean, all of it, the top down, starting the line of scrimmage back. I mean, I think it'd make points of the secondary, how much growth there is. Rajon taking the pick today. Linebackers we anticipated being really solid, and they have been. I mean, Jack Coletto has played well in getting his terms. Michael Earhart throughout spring has made some plays, let alone what Omar's able to do. Kyrie Fisher. And then on the front, you know, Hodges had a great camp, which we anticipated. He's been here 3-year starter. But there's some other guys pushing for time. With Evan Bennett, he's had a good camp. So I feel like we've made some real strides defensively, individually and as a whole.
With Rajon, what do you think the biggest improvement or improvements in his game has been since he got here?
Yeah, I think it's somewhat just takes a little time to get comfortable with the scheme, understand practice and what it takes. Getting in the weight room, he's gained some weight. And so he's just playing with a lot of confidence. He's determined now. I mean, shoot, let's face it, his brother goes on like at Dallas Cowboys. There's a starting position that's open that he's competing for. And so he's got that target in front of him. And I think all of that wrapped up has turned into he's continued to mature and he's playing well.
Jonathan, I wanted to ask about Isaiah Newell. Last season, obviously, he didn't really get much playing time, if any at all, but looks like he's gotten a lot of opportunities this spring. What are you hoping to get out of him the rest of this offseason and then into the fall?
Yeah, we're excited about where he's headed. You know, even just looking back, he took an injury during camp that held him back a little bit, let alone a couple of the running backs we had in the room limited his carries. He's a nice change of pace. He's a big back. He's carrying it well. And, we would like to have more than just one back because we do like to run the ball. Guy gets a lot of carries and, whether it's getting worn down during the game or injury wise, you want to have some depth. And he's got that for us in regards to, he's got an opportunity to be on that bus and get some carries this fall if he keep working like he's working.
Do you expect to have some former players there Saturday? Have you heard from many at all?
Not a ton. Have I heard from? I know guys like to come back. Usually we have a large alumni gathering in the spring game and get a bunch of them back, but with COVID and everything, so we're not nearly going to be at that number, but it wouldn't shock me to have a few around, but no one in particular to tell you about right now.
Is it going to feel kind of, I don't know if surreal is the right word, but surreal to have fans back in the stands for the first time in a year and a half?
Well, I know it'll feel great to get back to close to normalcy and just for our players, let alone the family piece. Like, no family members saw them play in the fall in the stadium. And so for them to be able to come out and watch them play and then be able to get together with them afterwards, I'm looking forward to that.
The chainsaw doesn't have the same effect without fans, I take it.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. We definitely want to get it out quite a bit. But yeah, fans make a difference in so much about this game.